Hello, hello, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. We're still with our favorite party eagle. Is he an eagle? I don't remember already. Anyway, we're with him, so... Luke thinks before answering. France is out of the question. Same goes for Germany, Italy, perhaps, or Greece. Yeah, that's the place. I'm 3.100 and 25% Greek. You know, that's where my family came from, and excuse me, some 20 or 30 generations ago. I mean, sure, I have a lot of Native American in me too, from my mom's side. But I always thought of myself as Greek. I ought to pay Namia visit someday. See where my ancestors came from. The Nemian lion, Luke thinks. Large is the gap between how a man sees himself and how he sees others. The hitchhiker sees a man, a painfully bland mixed-race American, but through the rearview mirror, Luke sees his true shape. An enchanted passport is all that keeps his true shape hidden. Plus, don't people say the Greeks were all about butt-fucking each other? I've got to see for myself if that tradition still holds. Luke bursts out giggling while Jean watches him, quiet. After the griffin's laughter dies down, he gives the man a sideways glance and sees it, and feels for the tension in the air. Sober thoughts, however, pass away quickly. Fresh needs take over the griffin's mind. Now that the conversation's been properly ended, the horniness from early a week with nearly, that's what that's, sorry guys, nearly a week without getting laid through all his phone. What is this word? Man, this game has a lot of words I don't, oh no. That's the word right there.
Subtlety.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know that word. Whoops. It is what it is, guys. It's like 4 a.m. for me. Shut up. I haven't slept yet. I'll go to sleep after this recording. Out the window. He needs dick now, and he has a hunch this traveler might swing that way. Hey, buddy. You mind if we make a quick stop? I really need to take a leak. It's your car, man. You're in charge. I'll take the chance to have a smoke, too. Luke breaks too suddenly, betraying his eagerness. He pockets his passport, checks for oncoming traffic. There isn't any, and leaps out. The Griffin walks over to Jean's side of the car, and, with his back towards it, pulls out his dick. He smiles when he hears Jean's door open and closing. And... oh, excuse me. And then the clicking of a lighter. Luke spreads his legs and raises his tail ever so slightly. He feels the traveler's gaze drilling him from behind. Dean walks up behind Luke and unzips his pants. The Griffin stares at the man's crotch and does his best to ignore the smoke. Doesn't that feel just right? 2 men pissing outdoors. Jean keeps quiet. You know, I could help you with that. Excuse me. You heard me. How about I suck a load out of your dick right here and now? I don't think you have what it takes. Is that so? I'm kinky. I can take whatever you can dish out. Really? Are you sure about that? Luke's expression says it all from the from the delivery man. Jean lets out a hearty laugh. Very well. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm a man of refined, exquisite tastes. I only take similarly bold men. You see, I like some good old-fashioned cock and ball torture. Drop your pants, slut. Wait, what? You hear me. Drop your pants and brace yourself. Okay, you're right. That's not my thing. Not so tough now, are you, kitten? I thought you were a man. Can't you take a beating? Jean's bellowing laughter echoes through the wilderness. I'll have you know that I can take whatever you dish, but I'm not that stupid. Sorry, boy. I just don't feel like getting a blowjob. I don't have a ball kicking fetish. I just want to see your backpedaling. You son of a bitch! The tension in the air is diffused in one foul swoop. They zip up amidst their laughter and go back to the truck with arms over each other's shoulders. There's a chastity, okay, soothing glow between the two of them. The rolling road slows down as Luke begins to near the truck stop. The look is cracking its to its edges, and the gas pump's covers are speckled with red rust. The truck stop has had its fair share of dust over time, despite the pale blue paneling and those tarnished window frames. It has remained a roadside hub for the road's regulars. There's still hustle and bustle at the stop after all those years. Truckers talking each other up and down. The lot backside filled with 18-wheelers, and the thick black smoke left behind by pickups as they continue their journeys on the road. Nothing quite like it, I swear! Open the window and take a whiff of that air. As Luke's truck moves over to the to the lot's entrance, Jean rolls down the window, and the intermingled smell of gasoline and 24-hour breakfast fills the vehicle. Now that's what I call Americana. That's what that says. Jean coughs hard, his words walking over each other as he quickly rolls the window back up. That's definitely something else, I can safely say. Jean lets out a frizzled and forced laugh, looking a bit sick already. Luke guffaw as he flings an arm over Jean's shoulder, amused by the delivery man's enthusiasm. Right after parking, the two ended up leaving the truck, laughing like fools, mocking each other and talking dirty while walking. You know, Luke, I wouldn't mind catching you around again sometime soon. Luke's mind falls to the gutter again. Not like that, Birdbrain. I make deliveries along this route often, you see. There's this hotel reopening a bit further down the road, and my employer might send some shipments there soon. I'll be honest, you look like you could use some time off. None of that Fort Lauderdale party life. I mean a place to cool down for a while. If you do stay a while there, I'm sure you will end up seeing each other again. I'm sure we'll end up seeing him. And I'd like that. I would. Oh, really now? I'll have to take you up on that then. Ain't too common you make friends on the road. And I mean friends that show up at the same diner or rest stop more than every 3 weeks. It's not easy to make conversation with someone you don't see much, especially when half the time they barely remember you. What? People have a hard time remembering you. I find that hard to believe. You're very remarkable. Ah, it's complicated. You'll see for yourself. It's easy forgetting the people you meet on the road. It's not, something we have control over. I must respectfully disagree. I have no issue at all remembering people I've met on my travels. Well, you'll see. I won't forget you, kitten. Especially if you stay a while in that hotel I mentioned. I'll be around there plenty. Someone has to drop crates at that dusty place. We'll see, Luke thinks, already aware of human folly. The goddamn passport on his pocket will make sure Gene forgets about him. The two arrive at the manager's office right by the Rest Stops diner. I have to drop off this package off. I have to drop this package off. But you should try to get a room there. It certainly looks like it needs the guests. I'll think about it. Hotels can make your wallet drier than the. What is this? Chihuahua? Okay. CHIHUAHUAN. What? Drier than the. Oh, it's a desert. It's a desert in North America. Okay, the town, whatever desert, is covered the northwest Mexico and southwestern United States. Okay. There isn't a thing that tells me how to pronounce it, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Well, it is reopening just now. Wouldn't surprise me if they are doing some kind of low rate for the first few guests. Just give me a call or a text sometime. The two exchange numbers quickly before Gene extends his hand over to Luke, offering a gentle handshake. It is nice meeting you, Luke. I'll see you around, okay? Luke bats the hand away and gives Gene a heavy-handed pat on the back, almost knocking the poor man over. Now, that isn't how you say goodbye to a friend. Take it easy, partner. The two break away and wave goodbye as they walk away from each other. A man can dream of being remembered and making friends. Hope is detectable on its own, especially when it's foolish. Luke has a smile stretched on his face before taking notice of something more pressing, his hunger. He might as well reward himself for being the good Samaritan he is. He turns away from his truck and heads towards the diner. The jingle of the door's bell announces Luke's entrance. A wrinkly-faced waitress welcomes him from the counter and asks for his order, pen in hand. I'll just take a coffee and 2 donuts if you got any. Sure thing, hon. You get comfortable, okay? Luke looks around briefly and notices there aren't too many seats that aren't worn to their stuffing. The only seat, a stained but plush bar stool, lies tight between 2 other men. Their frames are wide enough to overlap the empty seat. Luke might as well make room for himself. He walks his way over to the seat, and with a quick pardon, the two scoot themselves away so that he can sit. Even still, the bird is almost sandwiched between the 2 bulky men. Not long after sitting down, a dish with 2 fresh donuts and a steaming cup of coffee is set right in front of the Griffin. Luke wastes no time and starts sipping at his coffee. Taste is strong in smell. Strong in taste and smell. It's something that he'll love until his feathers fall off. Just as he starts to eat, a stuffy snort from behind him catches his attention. He glances to his side. A bulky beast of a man reading from the paper, a sleeveless shirt, showing off that he definitely has some muscle on him. The the army taught Luke how to use his peripherals, and he savors each glance he gives the man, especially the peeks he takes at his crotch. Nothing that won't set his rocks off, the sly eagle thinks to himself. Truckers always pack down there, with all that extra testosterone that comes with the job. It must go somewhere. Another bite of the donut travels down his throat, and Luke glances over once more. The large trucker scratches his exposed crack, unbothered by the fact that others are around. The sight scratches Luke's itch too, arousing him even more. His donut drips into the coffee, and Luke glances over to the other side this time. An older trucker wasting no time scarfing down a burger. His truck uniform hugs his belly tight before leading up to the unbuttons scruffy collar. The griffin tugs at his own fly, making his tent more obvious. Now to catch either man's attention, Luke turns his hand just a bit and stares at the hulkish man. Not long after, the man peers back over and meets his gaze, then grunts and looks back to his paper. Luke looks back down at his food, then to stare again. The man lowers his paper a bit and takes a longer look at the eagle. He smirks before putting his paper up again. 2 minutes pass before Luke takes another look at it and catches the man looking him down before winking at him. Luke lightly kicks the man's foot, and the brute's knees reflectively spread apart wider. He eyes the tent hidden below the counter's edge. The griffin has it down to an art at this point. Luke chuckles quietly, finishing up his meal, and looks over to the bathroom. A squat building across the parking lot. He looks back at the brute, tilts his head in the direction of the building, and then scoots out to head over. Discreet and simple, he listens and hears two deep voices murmuring right behind him. Eagle eyes and hearing are something that he finds useful even after his time in the military. Luke waits outside by the dumpster until he sees the trucker making his way to the restroom. After a minute, Luke follows. Men and their unsightly wants. Many are the seductive sins, unrestrained deeds, disgraceful desires, and fleeting pleasures that embrace under cover of darkness. One can imagine what such fiery men do, and what regrets that take them when the beating of their hearts is no longer the only song thundering in their ears. I'm afraid for this one, it will take a while for that song to end, for more men find their way into the restroom, and there they dawdle. As for us, witnesses, there is nothing to do but twiddle our thumbs until well past sundown. Too often, nothing can be done to avert a man from his regrettable choices. The silence of one's mind often acts as a shield. His mind must be quiet, focused only in pure mechanical perfection, while the scene unfolds around him. A smell of detergent, a dull, a throbbing want on the arch of his back. His eyes gone soft and needy, wanting guidance, a reassuring hand. Here and there, between grunts, unwelcome memories intruding. of similar escapades, but worse yet familiar faces of the dearly departed. His his beak with a little nick, and his tail bent at the end. What would he think seeing Lucas like this, face against the tile floor? Did he imagine something like this when he first heard the news? Perhaps he did, even if Luke wasn't like this when it when it all happened. He might have guessed it a sick twist of fate. Luke tries to push these thoughts away. This is not the time. Let me enjoy it. Luke arrives at the cafeteria and asks for a cup of coffee. The look of disgust in the cashier's eyes makes it clear he knows exactly what Luke was up to, and that he's not welcome to drip cum on their floor. The cashier slides the styrofoam cup over. Even if Luke didn't order it to go, he takes it and goes outside to sit down beside the dumpster and look at the stars. Sorry, I'll have to cut the part short today, but I'll see you around, everyone.